All right, so thanks for being here for our Forever Strong Leaders Call on January 21st. All right, so tonight we are going to talk about your role as a leader for your team. So let me just X out of this real quick here. Let's see. There we go. Sorry, guys. I had to mute my home, get rid of the notifications for Facebook so I could hear. All right, so we're going to talk about your role as a leader on the team. So whether or not you have, one active coach, 4 active coaches, however many you have, your coaches are looking to you as their leader, okay? So whether or not you want to believe that or not, they're not looking to me, they're not looking to Liz, they're not looking to Keith, they're looking to you as their leader. So they're looking to you to lead by example and set the bar and set the standard for them to have success as coaches, okay? So just remember that. So set the bar and then lead by example every single day in all that you do. And a really good question to ask yourself is this: if my coaches did what I was doing every day, would they have success? And it's kind of like, you got to be honest with yourself, and think about what you're doing and then say to yourself, if my coaches did this and did my daily activities of what I'm doing, like, would they have success? Okay. And then go from there. And, and this is where you kind of need to do some self-evaluation, and, if you're thinking to yourself like, oh shoot, maybe not, but then you know what? You do some personal development, you tweak, and you make yourself better. And that's what this whole, process is as a leader. You fail sometimes, you fall down flat on your face. Sometimes things work. Sometimes you make mistakes. But everything that you do, you're doing your personal development and you're getting better. Which, by the way, what are you guys doing for personal development right now? Do you guys want to just type it in or shout it out? Right now, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm listening to, on Audible, The Entrepreneur Roller Coaster. And it's awesome. I don't know if you guys have listened to that, but it is so good. It is really, really good. So I recommend checking that one out. So I'm just checking the chat here. Oh yeah, so Carrie's doing Move Your Bus with Ron Clark. Yep, good job. Slight Edge from Jane. Yep. And Courtney, You're a Badass. Yeah, that You're a Badass is a great one. 10 times success. Okay, good. So it's important. 10 times success. Great. Yeah, so it's really good that you guys are doing your, personal development, and, just, you don't have to go crazy with how much you're doing every single day, just like 10 minutes, something small. Just, you have to make sure you're doing that so that way you grow as a leader so you can help grow your team. Okay. So the very first thing here that, you guys are all totally ready for, all right, is to get out your coach sneak peek. Bang it out and just get it done. Make it happen, guys. All right. I have all the Postcron files that you guys can use. All right. Don't worry about making this stuff perfect. Okay. I'm telling you right now, none of that matters. Trust me, the coach sneak peek that we have, I think really kind of sucks, to be honest. But you know what? Somehow I'm bringing in active coaches every single month because it's more important that you get the material out there and that they see you so that you can have people to, you can have something to invite people to. People want to see you. And, like I said last week, that's the one thing that's going to move your business forward are active coaches joining your team. And so the one thing that you can do and work on that's going to help that is getting that coach sneak peek up. So don't spend all your time behind the computer screen making the picture perfect coach sneak peek, narrowing it down to 2 days. Yeah, it doesn't matter, guys, if it's 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. Trust me, I don't like that mine is 5 days either. And eventually, definitely over time as I go, when that ever happens, I'm going to narrow it down to 2 days. Okay. But none of that stuff matters. What matters is that you just get it out there and you step out of your comfort zone, use everything that's already on file, guys, that I have, and just recreate the introduction video, and add in some of your own videos. Even pick a teammate, on your team, one of your coaches, and have them do a video like what I did for mine. A lot of the stuff I still used from Liz's, and is it exactly what I want? No. I eventually want to do just a 2-day one and tweak it down, but it's not efficient for me right now with the time that I have to spend all this time creating videos for a training. Okay, so just think about that. And, you know, get your coach sneak peek out there, and do not worry about perfecting the system. I know we got some perfectionists in here. All right. It does not matter if you're organized with this or not. Just get the coach sneak peek done, whether it's 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. Don't stress out about little typos that you might have, you know. Just get the content up there so people can see you and you can invite them to it. It is going to make a huge difference. So I want you all, I'm going to hold you guys accountable starting right now, because I know I said this like a month and a half ago. And I don't know who's doing any coach sneak peeks yet. Raise your hand if you have a coach sneak peek up and running. Anybody? Okay, it's all right. But it's good time to get real now, guys. It's time to spread your wings and fly. I'm going to hold you guys accountable. So I want you to just think for a second right now of when you are going to start your coach sneak peek. And then I'm going to go around right now, and you can type it in actually, and you're going to tell me the start date of when you're going to have your first coach sneak peek. And then I'm going to check up on you and see how that's coming on that date. Now, like I said, guys, and you know, Lauren, I know you hopped in a little bit late. You don't have to do the picture perfect coach sneak peek, okay? Just use the files that are already there, recreate some of the videos, and just get it out there so that you can have something to invite people to. It's more important, you know, that they see you in like the introduction video and in the closing video and, you know, a coach from your team than it is them coming and seeing mine. All right. And so it's scary to do this at first, but it's going to help grow you. Trust me. And I was wicked nervous when I had to do it too. But like I said, I used a lot of Liz's stuff, and I, you know, put in my own videos here and there. And is it what I want? No, it's really not that great. But you know what? That's the way it's going to be for right now. All right. So let me see. I'm checking the chat box here, guys. I'm writing this stuff down, guys. Here we go. The accountability. This is where it begins. Okay, Kelly, February 1st. There we go, baby. I know you mentioned that you were going to do that February 1st. Okay, Carrie, February 8th. All right. I can't wait to see how this goes, guys. It's going to be awesome. Seriously, it's going to be so good for your business. You know, sometimes you got to just do these things that are a little bit uncomfortable. Okay. All right. The files are in the leaders page, right, Nick? For
yes.
Yeah, the files for Postcron for the coach sneak peek are in the leaders page. But if they're not, Nick said he'll get them up for you guys. Okay, February 1st for Jesse too. Awesome job, guys. And February 8th. Okay, good. So now that's good. So now you guys can start to invite to that and get people lined up, you know, and you can start talking to people about, you know, interested in coaching, and start making a list of names. You know, always have a list of names to work off of. Okay. All right. Don't worry about, like I said, recreating the wheel. Just get the stuff out there. Don't think too much about it. Don't overthink about it. You guys don't have time for that. Everybody is busy, and you really need to be efficient with your time. So just get it out, boom, and be done with it. And you can tweak it and make changes as you go. All right, next thing. How many of you guys have your own team page for your coaches? Okay. All right, so now is the time where you guys all need to have your own team pages, okay, as diamond coaches. And you know what? I actually started mine right from the beginning when I became a coach. You don't have to do that. I say usually when you become diamond coaches, that's when you should get that page up and running. But what you should do is, and this is what I did, with my team page when I first had it running, it was not like this now. And it was basically a page where people went to for just motivation, and it was a lot of my challengers and a lot of challenge group updates and a lot of challenge group like pre and post pictures and, you know, progress pictures and tips and things like that. That's how it started out. And so any person that I signed up as a discount coach, I always said, oh, hey, do you want to be added to my team page? And then they would say, yeah, add me in. And I added them in. And so that's how it started out. So as you're signing up people, you can do the same thing. You can ask them if they want to be added to your, you know, your team page that you're going to be running. And what happens is over time, you know, it's total crickets, guys, in there. It was like total crickets. I mean, you can even ask, you know, like Carrie D'Amico, she's been here with me since the beginning. It's like my team page was totally different back then, than it is now. I would post in there and no one would like it, or one like, or I would ask a question and no one would comment. I'm like, is anybody in here? But you know what? It's okay. It's the whole consistency thing. And you do have to make sure that you are showing up in your team page for your coaches to see every single day. Like, this is the whole thing. Like, don't just rely on my page, Remember, you're their leader. So be posting every single day, and it's going to be crickets for a long time. And then eventually, guys, the shift happens as your business grows and your team grows. And then that's how, mine now is more of like for coaches, active coaches, team page. And I don't really add any of my discount coaches there, but it's a really great place when you guys get your page going to add your discount coaches, because over time you do get a lot of your active coaches are coming from those challenges. And so, those are like a shoe in basically, because they're doing the workouts, they're having success, they're seeing your motivation. So they're seeing like what coaching is about a little bit, and seeing you do your part. And that's another reason why it's important to make sure that you're in there every day, engaging with on your page. And then, you have some great coaches that come out of that. So make sure that you get your own team page up, add those people in, post every single day. And you know what, guys? I see you guys posting awesome stuff in the challenge groups, Post that stuff up on your wall. Post that same thing up on your wall. Post the same thing up in your team page. Post the same thing up on Instagram. Don't spend time recreating every single picture and post and making it different for every single piece of social media platform that you can think of, okay? Because remember, what your coaches see you doing, they are going to copy. And so you want to be duplicatable. And so if your coaches are looking at you and they're seeing you post this thing in the, challenge group page, and then they're seeing you kind of make this whole new thing on your wall, and they're seeing you do something totally different for Instagram, and then they're seeing you do something for Pinterest and all this other, they're going to be like, holy God, I can't do all that. Like, that's crazy. But if you take the same thing, all right, and just put it everywhere, that's totally duplicatable. And that's how you really reach all spectrums and ends of your market. And, that's what Melanie Mitro does. If you look at her, the number one coach in the network, she takes the exact same picture, the exact same workout picture that she does. I'll use that as an example. She puts it on her like page, her personal page, her YouTube page. She turns it into a blog. She does it on Instagram. It's the same exact thing. It takes like 2 seconds. Boom, 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 on all the platforms, done. All right. And it's duplicatable because her coaches can look at that and be like, all right. And that's what we've been doing for months now. I've been taking the exact same thing and getting it out there, on my website, on Instagram, my like page, my health and fitness page. So even if you have a health and fitness page, guys, don't overthink it and think you need to be putting all this different stuff on there. Just get the stuff up there. Use the same thing. Reuse stuff that you have. If it's at least 3 months old, a picture that's like 3 months old, you can reuse it, especially if it got a lot of traction on your wall. Just post it up there again. You can make a new write-up for it if you want, but you can use the same picture. No one's even going to remember. All right. Okay. So don't overcomplicate things or overthink things, because you have to be efficient with your time, and time is limited. All right. So, try to make it as simple as possible so that your coaches can follow what you're doing and have success with it. And again, always ask yourself, if my coaches were following me and doing what I was doing, like, would they have success? Would they be able to build a successful team? And, do that self-evaluation, improve yourself along the way. All right. All right. Speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. That's the next one. All right. So guys, we can't be their boss, right? All we can do is just continue to lead by example and lead from the front and work with the willing. And I know that you guys hear that all the time. Work with the willing, match their, work, their level. It is true, guys. You will literally drive yourself nuts. Because trust me, I've been there trying to pull people along, even if you see potential in them. Like, even if you think that they could be this awesome rock star, but they're just like not doing anything. You cannot pull them along. You can't force them to do anything. You cannot get aggravated or mad with them. The only thing that you can do is to lead from the front and keep leading by example and keep recruiting. And you know what? Eventually you're going to be left with the ones who are in it to go to the top with you and are willing to put in the daily activities to have success with it. And that's where you're going to spend your time and your energy. So, I mean, if you have a coach on your team that, you know, hasn't done anything or hasn't made a post in 3 or 4 months, hasn't hit Success Club in God knows how long, and then they reach out to you and they want to schedule, you know, a one-on-one half-an-hour call with you, that's not really an efficient way for you actually to spend your time, all right? Because they haven't done anything. So, you know, we want them putting in the work because your time is valuable. And that half an hour, you know, that you spent talking to that person on the phone who hasn't done anything, and, you know, it's the same thing over and over again, maybe even, that was a half an hour of time that you could have spent inviting, looking for your next rock star, because your next rock star is out there waiting for you to connect with them and waiting to get started on this journey. It truly is true. And so every single time of amount of time that you spend on this, you know, you want to be thinking, is this really the most efficient way that I should be spending my time? Is this really going to bring me closer to my goals? Is this going to grow my business? And just ask yourself that question. So, oh yeah, for Postcron, we pay for the one that we have, right, Nick? Yes. Yeah, we pay for it, but there is a free. But you can schedule posts, you know, the free version, you have to schedule them one by one, but it's still, you can still do it. So, yeah. How much is it? It's like $7 a month. $7? Yeah. It's like $7 a month. So, I mean, you guys could even go in on it with each other, you know what I mean? 3 of you or something like that, or however you want to do it and split it, and you guys could just all use it. People have done that too. Yeah. But it just makes things so much easier. All right, where the heck was I now? Yeah, so anyways, just be on, you know what I mean? Like, you can't force people as much as you want them to have success, you know what I mean? Like, you cannot get next to somebody and force them to do the daily activities, okay, to have success in this business. The only thing that you can do is, like I said, just keep leading by example, keep getting your name on the Success Club leaderboards, because your coach is going to see you up there, and then they're going to be like, oh, like, I need to be up there. And you just keep doing that. You keep posting, you keep consistent with that, and your coaches are going to follow you and do that and do the exact same thing that you're doing. Keep on bringing in new people all the time. I mean, I can't stress that enough. I spent a lot of time just like, I don't know what the hell I was doing last year, but I mean, whole new outlook this year, guys. So just work with the willing, bring in new, you know, that's it. Incentivize your team. So you guys should be giving incentives to your team and doing Success Club leaderboards. Even if you only have 3 coaches, all right? Do the leaderboards right off the bat and invest in your team. Right from day one, I was investing in my team and I was giving back to the team. And it was something, I started off, guys, really was something small. Basically what I did was, it started out with this. First 2 people to hit Success Club got a personal development book. That's how I started. Just something really simple like that. All right, I didn't go all crazy, but I did invest back into them, and because it's important to reward them and motivate them, and especially at the beginning when they're getting started, because they need more support than ever. So invest back in your team. You know, it doesn't have to be a lot, just a small amount. You know, reward them when they advance and rank. Okay, so when the coaches, for example, become Emerald coaches on my team, like I send an Alex Nani bracelet over. You don't have to do that. Those can get expensive. There are other coaches on the team. I forget, like Colleen does something. Maybe Lauren does it too. I don't even know. But they're, what are those wrist things? The other kind of bracelets. Yeah, maybe, they're like that. I don't even know what those are called. But something like that. Like, you know, coaches love that stuff. You know, they just love getting rewarded for, you know, doing what they're supposed to be doing, and it just motivates them, you know, and it just makes them feel special, like, oh, they're recognizing my hard work, and I'm really, like, I'm doing, like, awesome, like, this is great, you know. So make sure that you're doing that. You know, and if you need help on doing a Success Club leaderboard, you can check my YouTube page, And there's a whole video on that of how you can run the report and get all the successful points out there. It's really quick and easy. All right, team calls. So what I would say about team calls, guys, is, once you have about 4 or 5, this is what I did. And again, it's your own business, so you can do whatever you want. But I recommend once you have about 4 or 5 legit active coaches, like they're doing stuff. I started my team calls. Now, I didn't do them weekly. What I did was I started out, and there was only like 3 of us, because that's how everybody starts, right? And we started out doing our calls. It was the first, Thursday of the month was the call with me. And then every other week we did calls with Liz, Elizabeth Harkey. I had my team go onto her calls because she obviously has a much larger team and she has been doing this much longer than me. So we did that. So I didn't do it weekly, but I did it. I eased into it, and then I gradually increased it over time. So you could do something like that too, guys. And, just start off doing it, once a month, but once you get, I would say definitely those 4 solid active coaches, they're signing up people, they're engaged in the team page, they're doing the work. That's a good sign for you to start doing your team calls. And it really does help bring you closer together too. And so you can talk about different things on the team calls. You can talk about, the importance of you can just bring it right down to the basics, of, the 3 vital behaviors. You can talk about that. You can talk about the importance of hitting Success Club, for another call. You could talk about the importance of selling a challenge pack versus just buying just a product. You could talk about, how to run a challenge group, or how to post, how to invite. You could spend a whole time talking about how to invite or how to post an invite to your challenge group. So whatever works for you with that, guys. But yeah, like I said, once you guys have at least 4, definitely time to start doing them. Who does the team calls now? Does anybody do them? Or, do them occasionally? Yeah, Lauren does. Okay, good. Okay, cool. All right, good. Yeah, that's good. So you know what? It's going to happen eventually, guys, to all of you. And so you don't have to jump all in and do it every single week, but definitely, ease into it once a month, and then you can go from there. Oh yeah, and Carrie said right here in the beginning, yeah, that's right. See, I forget a lot of this stuff, guys, because I feel like it's been so long. But yeah, Carrie said that at the beginning, I would ask for what the coaches needed to talk about. What would be helpful to the team right now? What were they struggling with? What's something that, what's something that you're struggling with right now that you need help with improving? And then I would address that topic and talk about that on the team call. Or even you can even ask one of your coaches, guys, to run a team call. Get them to step up the plate, come out of their comfort zone and share their story with your team, So that's another good thing that you can do too. Okay. Yeah. Seriously, Nick was just in the background going. I think the call that Kerry spoke on for Forever Strong was the largest team call we ever had. Good job, Kerry. So funny. So yeah, did you guys have? And yeah, I am going to be doing the Power Hour, guys, at some point. I don't know. I might even seriously just randomly one night, because obviously I'm up all night doing the Power 4 hour, the Power 4 hours. I might even just one night just be all right, I'm on right now doing my, Power Hour. Whoever wants to hop on type of thing. But I think it will be really helpful just for you guys to, kind of see exactly some of the conversations that I have with people, how it goes back and forth and the wording and exactly what I do. But just be really super efficient with your time. Honestly, guys, if you notice, I don't spend any time in any of the groups that we're in. So if you're one of those people that's every time, you see the post pop up from I don't even know, Drop the Cookie, Beyond Diamond, Bearcat, and it's boom, comment. You're in there too much. That's a sign you're in there way too much. You could be inviting during those times. All right. But if you notice, you'll never really see me in those pages because I don't have time to do that right now. I don't have time for that stuff. That's not really going to bring me closer to where I want to be with the goals for the family. It's going to be me reaching out and talking to people as much as possible. That's what's going to do it. And so I highly recommend, guys, that, you know, you are really strict with your business time, and that, you know, when you sit down to work, you know, spend 5 minutes, boom, going into all the groups. That's it. It should seriously not take any longer than that. Go into Forever Strong, quickly scroll through, see what you missed. You know, you can check the groups really super quick. You can get your posts up in the challenge group, check in on your challengers, and it seriously does not even take more than 5 minutes. That's all the time that you should spend in those pages. Unless it's your own team page, that's a different story. I'm obviously much more active and involved in my team page, and that's important to make sure that you're liking and commenting and supporting all the new posts that are going up in that, and welcoming in all the new coaches and congratulating them on their rank advancements and stuff like that. But all those other groups, you know, that should be, you know, on the back burner and something you check once a day and once only until the next day when your business hours come up. All right. And then, you know, stop the scrolling. If you look, I wish I should share it right now on my team page. And I think that Carrie does the same thing too. Let me just see it if I can get to it. Hold on, guys. Hold on. But I know me, guys, I get totally distracted wicked easily sometimes too. And so I need to like sometimes get rid of certain things, because what the heck is going on? My internet is so slow right now. I wanted to show you guys something. Come on. Hold on. Holy Lord Almighty. Hold on, still loading. There's Tammy right here on my newsfeed. No, why isn't it doing it, Nick? Pain in the ass. Huh? Anyways, I don't know why it's not showing up right now, guys, but we have it set so that way if I go home here and I look at and I even try to look at my newsfeed because I do all my work on my computer at night, you will not see anything that people are posting. It literally is a quote. And I think Kerry does it too. Maybe some other people on the team do that as well. But it's a quote that literally just shows up in your newsfeed, and that is all you see. And that is so that you don't get distracted by, is somebody trying to talk?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say something, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. I just didn't want to talk over you.
I plugged my phone in across the room to charge today, and it really helped because I didn't take it off my phone.
Yep.
I keep my newsfeed on my phone, but that still distracts me if my phone's next to me, so it was across the room today, so that helps.
Yeah, that's super. It's so true. It really is. But anyways, yeah, you got to find a way to get rid of those distractions so that you're efficient with the time, because we're all really busy. We all have, you have full-time jobs, kids, tons of stuff going on. And so you don't want to be spending it, just like aimlessly scrolling through Facebook, doing that kind of stuff. And also too, the same thing with like responding back to messages, to people. Don't make it like an all day thing. When you sit down, it's like spend 15 minutes. I'm actually seriously like, Nick is going to uninstall the notifications on my Facebook, on my phone during the day. So I'm not hearing any of the dinging, and I can't respond to anything until at night when the kids go to bed, because it's way too overwhelming. And so I don't even care if I sit down at like 8:30 at night and I have 85 messages to respond back to. It's going to make me way more efficient to sit down and respond back all at once. And so I don't know, I encourage you guys to do something, similar. You don't need to do exactly that, but, just plan it out. Like, all right, I'm sitting down to work now. First 5 minutes, boom, I'm going to check into all the groups. Done. Okay. Next 15 minutes, check my messages from people, respond back to everyone. Done. All right. Now I'm going to go into my invites. This is what I do basically every single night. Now I'm going to invite. All right. I'm going to do 20 people tonight. Invite. Now I'm going to follow up with 10 people. Follow up with the 10 people. Now I'm going to form with 5 new people. Form with 5 new people. Now I'm going to add 5 new friends. Add them all down. Oh, accepted my friend request. Write their name down, And that's literally what I do all night long. But I mean, you don't want to be in the middle of like inviting, and then you see like the notification like ding, or like a message comes in and you're like going in the message. Now you're responding to the message. It's, you got to be really structured with it. Like, you're responding to these messages now, and then when the 15-minute time is done, you're done until tomorrow when the time shows up again. because it's so easy to get distracted in this business with everything else going on. So I hope that helped you guys. Does anybody have any questions about this? But it is true, like the phones are seriously just like a big pain. And you know, it's like our whole business is built on social media and off of Facebook. So to have that phone there, you can get really caught up spending all your time talking to people just about random stuff and not really doing like work for Beachbody or the 3 vital behaviors. So try to structure out your time with what works best for you. Even if like you have to break up your time throughout the day and you do like, you wake up in the morning, you're like, all right, I have 15 minutes now. You know what? I'm just going to bang out my invites and my follow-ups now and get them done. That's it for the day. You don't have to worry about it again after that. And then at night when you come home, I'm going to respond to all my messages. You know, it's just going to help you be much more organized and much more successful as a coach. And it will really prevent you from being really stressed out and overwhelmed with like so many different things that need to be done. If you just have like a structured schedule to it. All right. Waiting for your energize to kick in. Here's mine, Carrie. All right, God. Yeah, I'll share my schedule with you guys. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of like a little bit of a cluster F, and not with the fact that I do too many different things. I really don't. Like, honest to God, when I say that I sit down at night and I respond to my messages and I like invite people, like I like literally spend an hour and a half or more like talking to people the whole night long. Not coaches on the team or friends or anything, like legit for the business. Like try to build the business and find people who want this, you know, and who want to go all in. And finding those people who are like gung-ho about it. And that's what I do. Like I spend like, so when people say like, oh, invite 5 to 10 people, like guys, I don't just invite 10 people, you know, I invite like 30 plus, you know, and when I say like add 3 to 5 new friends to your social media, like I showed you guys 4 friend requests today, I usually do more like anywhere between like 10 to 15, like 5 days a week. Everything that I suggest, I do like triple that, but I don't tell everybody that because who really is going to do that? You know what I mean? So that's really what I spend the whole rest of my night doing. It's inviting, following up, and I spend a ton of time forming with new relationships with people. And I think too, it's important too. I just wanted you guys just to share this before I let you guys go. When you have like your new coaches coming on, I really feel like the new coaches, when I say like, oh, like I have my scripts to invite to the challenge group, I really feel like a lot of people think just send the script and you're done. Like blast the script and be done. And you know, we have to encourage them and tell them that it is like way beyond the script, that it's like you're taking the time to talk to them prior to that, to connect with them. And then, yeah, you're sending that one little script to invite them. Like that's really good wording to invite people to join your challenge group, but you're continuing to talk to them. You know, you're asking them questions about their goals. You're listening. You're telling them how it's benefited you. Like, it's like this whole long thing. It's not just like, you know, and you can copy and paste. Yeah, sure. You can copy and paste that one invite script, you know, about the legit, joining the challenge group. But I mean, that's not like the be all and end all of this, because that's just like spammy and salesy. You have to connect with the people and build real relationships with people. It'd be like, I don't know, Nick and I were talking about like, you know, there was some video or something about like making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something like that. And it showed like some guy and he was just like get the bread and get the peanut butter and the jelly, and it shows him putting it together. And it's like all a big cluster F, you know, because it's simple. Like here's the bread, the peanut butter and the jam, but you need to step by step. And that's the same thing when you're getting people to come on board with this, that it's nice to have the wording down, you know, of how to actually ask someone to join my group, because people just don't know that when you come on. Like, how the hell do I invite someone to my challenge group? But a lot of coaches get confused and they literally take it literally and think that it's this one message blasted to everybody and as many people as possible, and that's it, you know? And so we have to really encourage our coaches to, you know, make sure that they are building relationship with the people that they're connecting to, and remembering that they are people that they're talking to. And while it is good to have that script, you know, you have to dig deeper and go beyond when you're talking to people. Otherwise, people are going to be like, holy crap, this person is totally annoying. They're spamming me. They're so salesy. All right. Do you guys have any questions? Did the Energize kick in yet, Carrie?
That's tomorrow morning at 5.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
I'm not taking it tonight. I got to work tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. All right. Do you guys have anything before I let you go? Thanks for being on tonight for both the calls. You guys are doing awesome. Oh, and one more thing. Sorry, guys. There's always one more thing. Make sure that your coaches are on teams for Team Cup. I have a lot of, extra people too that need groups. So yeah, awesome, Kelly. Just make sure it's groups of 5, only 1 lifetime diamond. So, and it doesn't matter if you lost your rank, it's still just 1, you're still a diamond. So it's 1 diamond per team. Really get your new coaches on there. This will help get them going and motivate them to have success. And then if you need extra people in your group, I've already started placing some of my people with other coaches too. So just let me know and I can help you out. And we can post on the team page and make sure everybody's on a group. All right. Well, it was so nice talking to you guys again. Thanks for being so awesome and leading the team. Remember, you guys are at the top of it all. You guys are the top of the 365 people in the team page. You guys are it. So get pumped and blow up the rest of the month. And I will see you guys the next time. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Bye, everyone.